Meet the superstars of steak. 3 cuts of meat from 3 different parts of the world.
We call it the Wagyu Reserve Flight. It consists of 4 ounces of Hokkaido, Japan, A5 Wagyu, 7 ounces of New York strip from Australia, and then a 5-ounce ribeye from right here in Washington, Imperial Ranch.
Justin Lee is the executive chef at Vista Prime Steaks and Seafood at Snoqualmie Casino. Today, he's carving up slices of heaven. No other restaurant in the country is offering this kind of tasty steak all on one plate.
Well, I know a lot of guests when they come in, that's the biggest question is, what do I get? And they're always torn between, do I get the New York, do I get the ribeye, do I get the filet? And we took all the thinking out of it, and it made it at an amazing price point where they don't need to think. It's a no-brainer for the guests to come in and be like, I get all 3 of 3 great quality Wagyus from the 3 leading suppliers of Wagyu in the world.
Back in the kitchen, Justin was getting fired up, adding applewood to the flames for the perfect steak. But I had some questions.
All right, Justin, you have to tell me, how do you pronounce it? Is it Wagyu, what?
I pronounce it Wagyu. It translates to Japanese cow.
And the Wagyu is right here.
Right here. All 3 are Wagyu.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just come from 3 different countries.
Tell me a little bit about the marbling. Can you have too much in there?
So the marbling is just, it's fat. It's how evenly distributed the fat is through the meat.
And fat tastes good.
Fat tastes good. Fat is all the flavor. When you talk about the A5, this is a 12 on the marbling scale. This is actually a 7. So you can see that the fat is a little more spread out. It's not as spider webby. It doesn't have as much of a spider web look. So it's a little more spread out. But when you get into like the Japanese, you can see how fine and how thorough, how evenly distributed that fat is throughout the meat, which makes it so expensive.
Do you ever get nervous when you're using such an expensive piece of meat that's so beautiful?
Yeah, when it costs $30 an ounce, you don't want any waste.
All right, start slicing.
It didn't take long for Justin to carefully carve up these prime steaks, each one loaded with marbling and prepared to perfection. Once the prime cuts were sliced, Justin tossed a little salt, black pepper, and garlic on the meat. Now they're ready for the heat. Once on the grill, the flames took over, taking only a couple of minutes on each side until the steaks were ready. Justin did add one final touch to the Wagyu filet, searing each side on the hot plate until it was crispy. Here at Snoqualmie Casino, they are a cut above the rest.
When we go all in on something, we go all in on something, and that's everywhere in this building, from safety to our restaurants to our cleanliness, everything.
After a few garnishes were added to the steaks, it was time to taste these world-renowned Wagyu steaks.
So here it is, right here, all 3?
All 3.
All right, what should I start with first?
Leave this one for last.
Okay.
Let's go with the American ribeye.
Oh, man. Dude, that's really good.
Awesome, thank you.
What's next?
Let's go over here to Australia.
Different, but delicious. Oh, man. This is the A5.
A5 from Japan.
All that marble.
Yeah,
It's smooth.
it's really smooth.
You almost don't have to chew it.
You don't. Yeah, melts away.
Wow, this is beautiful. Man, wowza. With the Wagyu.
Being able to provide them with this kind of experience and something so unique to where they know that they're not going to be able to go anywhere else to get this it's incredible. There's no better feeling. It's priceless.